See, when you're a little bit older, you move out of your parents' house or your grandparents' house, and you go back to visit, huh? You say, you know what, while I'm here visiting, I'm gonna go see what y'all got going on in the kitchen. I'm gonna go into the fridge, see what y'all got in there. You open up the fridge, they got ribs in there, some chicken, some mac and cheese, some potato salad. They and had themselves a nice little cookout. You say, you know what, let me grab me a plate to go. And you check with the cousins, say, hey, y'all want a plate too? And then you're sitting up there, now you grab you a plate, your cousin's grabbing you a plate. That's exactly what it's like going into Boston. Hey, LeBron, you want to grab you a plate? Giannis, Jimmy, you hungry too? Trae Young, you want to get you something to eat? Because apparently going into Boston to get a win means that everybody's going to eat.
He's heating up.
Boston ain't as scary as it used to be. Not at all. See, when I was growing up, it was a hard place to get a dub. It was a hard place to perform well for superstars. Now you come in, you get you 35 to 40, maybe a triple double, and you walk out with a win. And now it's getting to the point where it's going to be every single playoffs. We're going to have those type of games in Boston. It doesn't mean a thing to go into Boston and get a win anymore. It's expected now. Everybody can do it. Trae Young's done it. Jimmy Butler's done it. Giannis has done it. LeBron has done it over and over and over again throughout the entirety of his career. 2018, let's talk about the history of this, okay? Since Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown have been in the league. 2018, Game 7 at home, lost versus the Cavs. 2019, Games 3 and 4, lost versus the Bucks. 2021, Game 4, lost versus the Nets. 2022, Game 4 and 6, lost. How does this continuous cycle of losing on your home floor in playoff games happen? Now, granted, the Atlanta Hawks in the first round, that's not something you typically get up for. But I keep hearing, shout out to Kobe, RIP Kobe. I'm a Kobe guy. Do the job. Get the job done. That's plain and simple. That's all you got to do. You got to show up and get the job done. Now, look, on most nights against most teams, the way Jaylen Brown was rolling tonight, and you might be able to get by with a dub, but you fell asleep at the wheel. In late game situations, you need to be the guy that closes that deal, unless you're just really a second best player on a really good championship team and you're not the guy that everybody thinks you are. Everybody keeps letting this dude slide. And you know what? Look, if Jimmy Butler didn't get the job done last night, all right, everybody would have been like, hey, Giannis came back. Jimmy's really not that dude. Jimmy got the job done versus Giannis that had a triple-double. Brook Lopez that had 36 and 11, and his second best players on his team didn't show up. They didn't show up to play, so he carried the full load. The respect that gets thrown towards the Boston Celtics and Jayson Tatum frustrates me because the same respect doesn't get paid to Jimmy Butler. Throughout the whole regular season, he gets ignored, passed over, doesn't even make an all-star team this year. Gets to the playoffs. Oh my goodness, suddenly Jimmy Butler's a good basketball player. No, he's been doing this for a long time. Now, listen, there's a little bit of Miami Heat bias, a little bit of Miami Heat hate in there, but let's set that aside for a second. If you're the guy on the team that everybody has picked since day one, literally day one, the day the Golden State Warriors won the championship, the Boston Celtics were picked to be the champions the following season, okay? If you're that guy on that team, you can't have Trae Young walk into your house, drop 38, get the win without DeJounte Murray in the lineup. Murray got suspended. There's no way the Celtics should lose this game. There's no way Trae Young should go off in the manner in which he went off. If I'm not mistaken, he had like 11 to 12 assists to match his 38 points. There's no way that should happen if you're that guy. If I'm not mistaken, he's finishing somewhere between 4th and 5th in the MVP voting. Now, Boston Celtics, they still have a 3-2 lead. They're going into Atlanta. You know you can get a win there. But why play with your food? Why? Why give them life? You're going into a hostile environment because Atlanta is going to be rocking. You're going to have DeJounte Murray back in the lineup. Now, we don't know what the Young and Murray dynamic is going to look like in the next game because it hasn't looked great all season. But again, you're playing with your food while Philadelphia is sitting at home waiting for this matchup. Joel Embiid is getting healthier by the moment. James Harden, PJ Tucker, Tobias Harris, Tyrese Maxey, they are waiting on you. They are hungry. The MVP is going to be coming out pretty shortly. Embiid's going to win that award. There's no doubt in my mind that he's going to win it. Do you not understand that the mission this man is going to be on coming the next round? And granted, look, how Al Horford, great defender, He's getting older. Robert Williams, a good young defender. He can't handle Joel Embiid. Neither one of them can. Tyrese Maxey, he's going to be a handful. James Harden, if you're expecting to bottle him up year after year after year, at some point, you got to understand that you're dealing with a top 75 player in NBA history. He's going to wake up and perform. Tobias Harris had a great series against Brooklyn. I said he needs to have an Andrew Wiggins-like impact on this Philadelphia 76ers team this year to have a long, extended run in the playoffs. He's done that. He's off to a great start. You cannot prolong this series. You need to put them to bed tonight, get you some rest, game plan for Philly. Now you're in a situation where, guess what? You gave them life. And if Atlanta somehow gets another game at their home court, all the pressure is on you. They're playing with house money. They're a 7th seed. Same situation with the Lakers and Memphis. They took care of business. They took care of business at home. They got their 3-1 lead. They have a chance to put Memphis away now. Don't play with your food, Boston. Get this done. Go face Philly. Jayson Tatum. Either you are that guy or you're not. Somebody needs to let me know, because it's starting to look more and more each and every season that Jaylen Brown is the one that's saving your backside in these situations. Get this video a like, subscribe to the channel. That's one more for the good guys.
He's heating